What can you do for your country?
The, the fundamental or the core value of Western civilization is that it is the individual that is the most significant agent of change or of any movement in society. So from that, the way for me to do anything or something for my country is to do something for myself. That means to improve myself and hoping that other people would also do the same in improving themselves, and that would better the country in the greater scheme of things. That's it.
For you, what does it take to become a good Filipino citizen?
Aristotle says that virtues are the habitual dispositions to do good. And so, the practice of virtue are what make man morally good. From that, it can be said that to be a good Filipino citizen means to practice the virtues proper to a Filipino, to practice Filipino virtues.
What can you do for your country?
As of the moment, the things I can do for my country is still quite limited. So the best I can do for now is to improve myself.
What can you do to be a good Filipino citizen?
Well, for me to become a good Filipino citizen, it is to follow the laws and virtues that were given by God.
What can you do for your country? How can you be a good Filipino citizen?
Doing things simple as throwing garbage in the bin and not spitting on the streets and being environment friendly have a huge impact on making our country a better place with better air. Studying will also would help the country's future in a big way. To be a good fellow citizen, following the rules and laws and respecting the rights of others is one way to be a good Filipino citizen. A citizen that respects the laws and policies of the country, a citizen that promotes and protects the culture, environment, and the people of the Republic of the Philippines.
We have the natural right to life and liberty and are equal in the dignity. Equal concern and respect for these basic rights should be guaranteed, protected, and upheld by the state. The diversity and plurality of the Philippines must be safeguarded through respect and tolerance by being punctual and do not procrastinate, paying tax, be a responsible parent, protect the environment, and abide the law. For me, we are good Filipino citizens even before, during our ancient time. We can be a good Filipino citizen because being humble, loving, caring, patient, hospitable, and that is our true behavior, and we carry behavior from our ancient people.
For me, even in my young age, I can do several things for my country. As a student, I can help my country to develop by studying well. I can also help in making the country better by following the laws of the country. To be a good Filipino citizen, I must always be law-abiding and should not tolerate any injustice happening in the country. Being a good Filipino citizen entails doing the best I can so that the country would get better even my little ways. By this, I could be of help to my country by simple being a good Filipino citizen.
To be a good Filipino citizen is not just by following the rules, but to be punctual and do not procrastinate. Let's change the Filipino time on Filipino on time.
Every man in his station of life can serve his country doing his duty to the best of his ability. So whatever be my occupation in life, I can serve my country by doing my duty well. However, I am only a student at present. How can I serve my country best as a student? I can serve my country in many ways. I am a student of God, and therefore I should prepare myself to become a true priest someday. Our country needs a number of priests to preach the good news of the people who were far from God. By preparing myself to become a priest, I can do a very useful service to the country and to people of God. For me, being a good citizen means to conduct oneself in accordance with the rights, duties, and who respects others and their property. A good citizen is helpful and considerate, willing to put others first, who listens to the views of others and thinking about what they have say.
In our daily lives as a Filipino, we can help our country in many simple ways. We need to help our public officials in promulgating their laws and by following it. We can also help to maintain the security of our beloved country. We can do many things for our country in a small things, but a meaningful one. How to be a good Filipino citizen? Vote wisely, obey the laws, help the authorities, avoid getting into trouble, defend the nation, help the country to improve the economy.
A concrete way of showing what I can do for my country is through voting. However, not just merely voting, but voting in the right conscience and voting for the right people which are fit for the duties of being a leader, taking into considerations the backgrounds of these people, whether they would be someone that can bring the country to a better place than in the past or in the present. To be a good Filipino citizen can be displayed in different but simple ways. Following the laws which are imposed in our country is one, especially during this pandemic. Being a good Filipino citizen also means that I should not be silent to any injustice or corruption that is visibly seen in our country.
What I can do for my country is to vote persons who are not just willing, but deserving, qualified, responsible, competent, and most importantly, persons who put the Filipino at the center of their works and hearts. To be a good Filipino citizen is not just being a law-abiding person, but also to be compassionate in the works and deeds to the society, community, individuals, and to the country, promoting and making peace.
That's all. Thank you.